everybody, it's Miss Stilwell and I'm back with Hudson and we are here to continue reading The Jungle Book. And if you remember in our last reading, I had asked you the question of what was the first law of the jungle, but you couldn't even answer me because our comments weren't turned on. But we figured out that problem, so from here on out we'll be able to have some discussions. But that first law was that no beast shall eat man. Because if you remember, here you go, Huds. If you remember, it caused problem for all the animals living in the jungle because the men were then starting to come in and disrupt their lives. So where we left off was Father Wolf was jumping out because he had seen a man cub. Come on out. There in the thicket stood a naked brown baby who could only just walk. The soft dimpled boy looked up into Father Wolf's face and laughed. "Is that a man cub?" asked Mother Wolf. "I've never seen one. Bring it here." A wolf, accustomed to carrying his own cubs, can hold an egg in his mouth without breaking it. And though Father Wolf's jaws closed on the small child's back, not a tooth scratched the baby's skin as he laid the man cub down among his own cubs. "How little, how naked, and how bold," Mother Wolf said softly. The baby pushed his way between the wolf cubs to get close to Mother's warm fur. "The man cub is taking his milk with the others," she said with surprise. Now, was there ever a wolf who could boast a man cub among her children? "I have heard of it now and again, but never in our pack or in my time," Father Wolf replied. "He is completely without hair, and I could kill him with the touch of my paw. But see, he looks up and is not afraid." Suddenly, the cave grew darker. The moonlight was blocked by the tiger, Shere Khan. His great, square head and shoulders filled the cave's entrance. Tabiki was behind him, squeaking, my lord, it went in here." "You honor us with your presence, Shere Khan," Father Wolf said, but his eyes were angry. "What do you need?" "A man cub went this way," said Shere Khan, growling from the pain in his burned feet. "Its parents have run off. Give it to me." Shere Khan looked threatening, but Father Wolf knew that the mouth of the cave was too narrow for a tiger to fit through. "It will not take orders from you, Shere Khan," said Father Wolf. "A wolf takes orders from the pack leader, and not from any striped cattle killer. The man cub is ours to kill if we choose." "What is this talk of choosing? How dare you deny me what is rightfully mine?" "It is I, Shere Khan, who speaks." The tiger's roar filled the cave like booming thunder. Mother Wolf shook herself free of the cubs and sprang forward. Her eyes resembled two green moons in the darkness. "And it is I, Raksha, the demon, who answers. The man cub is mine, Lungari. He shall not be killed. He shall live to run and hunt with the pack. Look well, hunter of naked cubs, for one day he will hunt you. Now go back to where you came from, lamer than you were when you came into the world. Go!" Father Wolf looked on amazed. He had almost forgotten the day he had won Mother Wolf in a fight against 5 other wolves. Back then, she had run in the pack, and she was not called the demon by accident. Shere Khan might have faced Father Wolf, but he could not stand up to Raksha. She had all the advantage of the ground, and would fight to the death. So, Shere Khan backed out of the cave. When he was clear, the tiger shouted, "We will see what the pack has to say about raising man cubs. He will come to my teeth in the end, you bush-tailed thieves." Mother Wolf lay down among the cubs, panting. "Some of what Shere Khan says is true," Father Wolf said. "We must show the cub to the pack. Do you still want to keep him?" "He came naked at night, alone and very hungry," Mother Wolf said, "but he was not afraid. Shere Khan would have killed him, then run off while the villagers hunted our cubs in revenge. Keep him? Of course I will keep him. Lie still, little frog. Mowgli the frog. That's what I'll call you. The day will come when you will hunt Shere Khan as he has hunted you." "But what will our pack say?" Father Wolf asked. "The law of the jungle says that every wolf must bring his cubs before the pack council as soon as they are old enough to stand. They are brought so that the other wolves can identify them, and once they have been inspected, the cubs are allowed to run free. No grown wolf is allowed to harm a cub until he has killed his first buck." On the next full moon, Father Wolf, his cubs Mowgli, and Mother Wolf went to the council rock. The strong and clever pack leader, Akela, lay full length on one of the 100 of rocks covering the hill. Below him sat 40 more wolves of every size and color. There was very little talking at the rock. Cubs tumbled over one another inside the circle made up of their mothers and fathers. Now and then, a senior wolf would quietly go up to a cub, look at him carefully, and then return to his spot on noiseless feet. Sometimes a mother would push her cub into the moonlight to make sure he had not been overlooked. From his rock, Aquila called out, "You know the law. Look well, O wolves." The anxious mothers took up the call. Look well, O wolves." At last, Father Wolf pushed Mowgli into the center, where he laughed and played with some pebbles that glistened in the moonlight. Aquila did not raise his head from his paws, but continued to cry, "Look well!" A muffled roar came from behind the rocks. "Shere Khan!" "The cub is mine," he called. "Give him to me. What does the wolf pack want with a man cub?" Aquila did not even twitch his ears. He simply said, "Look well, O wolves. The pack does not take orders from anyone save ourselves. Look well." There was a chorus of deep growls. A 4-year-old wolf repeated Shere Khan's question. "What does the pack want with a man cub?" According to the law of the jungle, a cub in question will be accepted into the pack if he is spoken for by at least 2 pack members who are not his mother or father. "Who speaks for this cub?" Aquila asked. There was no answer. Mother Wolf got ready for a fight, if it came to that. Then the only other creature allowed at the pack council, Baloo, the sleepy brown bear who teaches the cubs the law of the jungle, rose on his hindquarters and grunted. "The man cub? I'll speak for him. There is no harm in a man cub. Let him run with the pack and be accepted with the others. I myself will teach him." "We need one more," Aquila said. "Baloo has spoken, and he is our cub's teacher." "Who besides Baloo?" A black shadow dropped down into the circle. It was inky black Bagheera the panther. Everybody knew Bagheera, and nobody dared cross him. Bagheera was as clever as Tabiki, as bold as a water buffalo, and as reckless as a wounded elephant. But he had a voice as sweet as wild honey dripping from the tree, and skin softer than down. "Aquila and the wolves," he purred, "I have no right at your council, but the law of the jungle says, if there is a cub in question, that cub may be bought for a price. And the law does not say who may or may not pay that price. Am I correct?" Yes," said the young wolves, for they were always hungry and hoped Bagheera would offer food. "Speak." "It would be a shame to kill a naked cub. Besides, he will make better sport when he is grown. To Baloo's word I add 1 water buffalo, a fat one, newly killed, not half a mile from here. Will you accept the man cub according to the law?" Many wolves spoke at once. "What does it matter? He will die in the winter rains. He will burn in the sun. How can a naked frog hurt us? Let him run with the pack. Where is the buffalo, Bagheera?" And then came Aquila's cry. Look well, O wolves." Mowgli was still engrossed in his pebbles. He did not even notice as the wolves looked him over one by one, and then padded softly down the hill toward the dead buffalo. Soon only Aquila, Bagheera, Baloo, and Mowgli's own wolf family were left. Shere Khan roared angrily in the distance. "Roar well," Bagheera said under his whiskers. "A time will come when this cub will make your roar another tune, Shere Khan, or I know nothing of man." "Well done," Aquila said. "Men and their cubs are wise. He may be a help in time." Aquila was thinking of the time that comes to every pack leader, when his strength leaves him and he gets feebler and feebler until at last he is killed and a new leader emerges. "Take him away," Aquila said to Father Wolf. "Train him as one of us." And that's where we will stop for today. So in the comments, I would like you guys to answer the question, what does the name Mowgli mean? Ooh, Hudson just bonked his head. And we will continue the reading tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. You get outside and enjoy some of the sunshine. And try to stay positive even though it's crazy times out there. Bye, everybody.